Good morning, 6th February 22, Shipowner 25. The recent International Chamber of Shipping BIMCO study about rating and officer supply demand worldwide really has very clear factors. Number one, it really classifies the successful countries for the supply of seafarers today. Russian Federation, thank you very much indeed. Ukraine, thank you very much indeed. India, thank you very much indeed. Philippines, number one. Russian Federation, number two. Very good. Let's see next year if there is like a pole position. Who gets above 200,000 seafarers worldwide? Russia is close. Now, Philippines is number one. 50,000 gap with the second one. So, this India, thank you very much. Indonesia, thank you very much. This is approx the next supply countries. We are having in this COVID digital equal mean statistical wages are becoming closer and closer. Before COVID, we had companies paying 18,000 master Croatian chemical tanker. Woof. Now it's like 12,000. Chief officer 9, 10. This is becoming like average. There are a lot of countries that are going to have huge competitive advantages and disadvantages. Recently made a video about LNG, LPG, container and passenger, which are going to be in 2026 the ones having the biggest gap between supply and demand, from 40 to 15%. So this is going to bring the current of general cargo in the container and passenger. General cargo will suffer, those officers that want to go to bigger ships. In the tank sector, LPG and LNG are going to draw the current, the string, not the tide, not the wind. It's just the string and the current that will take care of this. So, tank, chemical will suffer, I guess. If you have a ship manager managing LNG and chemical, the tide and the current will just take over these officers to the LNG and LPG. So it's very interesting that now we have 1.8 million seafarers worldwide, approx in 2026 1.9. So we are going to need 1.4 more officers per year and then 0.2 ratings. So the main shortages are in the previous videos that we can really think about. But the main question is, do we want to continue to provide crew management services to ship managers and then give them the talent? Come on, give them the talent. Come on, please. Go ahead. They'll take your talent. And they put the grants for rating to officer, cadet to officer, and welfare grants and blah, blah, blah. They'll take it all. Yes, they will cut the cake then of those grants too. Or can I, on your behalf, like always has been and always will be, to retain the talent in this digital arena? So, in Candida, we are growing these 5 strategic countries. We have strategic agreements with suppliers of this. Also, our database is big enough. Should it not be, then we have the others. But there is a question called labor market and wages. There is many owners that are paying below the market, many owners that are paying higher than the market. Yes, in Northern Europe, they tend to pay much higher. Yes, Glasgow, Norway, of course. Very interesting International Chamber of Shipping study that I recommend you buy, you read, you analyze, and perhaps you get to the wrong conclusions like I did. And that's the way to find out which are the right conclusions, which is, first of all, to know exactly the statistics, the labor market, and to know what are there going to be the supply issues. And one thing is we can go from the difficult questions or the easy questions like at university, those really wanting to have level 1 degree will rather start with the difficult questions, the brains. Others like me would rather start with the easy questions. For example, excess supply over demand in ratings, done. Then let's focus in the offices. Of course, you can choose the opposite. Whichever brains are free to choose how to attack and prevent. But in Candina, this is 3% agency fee and the talent stays on board with the ship owner like it has been so many 100 years and so. A lot of companies, for example, in Spain, they have collective bargaining agreements, 6.5% adjustment for all the wages, and the negotiation on the collective bargaining agreement is useless because if the demand for ETO and second engineer is 60% above this CBA, then this is like an aspirin for a tsunami. Yes, everybody's happy and they talk and they meet and that what a waste of time and money. Of course, who can let you know this, dear ship owner? An owner like me. So now LNG, of course, is the same thing. Some pay 100K for a master, others pay 84K for a master. Each has its own difference. Of course, the highest one paying is from Glasgow. That's very obvious. You can look at any sector. Ferry, same thing. But then, if you look at the equilibrium here in Bilbao, throughout history, you will find out that history is very important to know how to manage talent, supply and demand. And this study, thank you very much, International Chamber of Shipping, BINCO, excellent job from my heart, beautiful. I recommend to all ship owners to read. And here in Candina, we will have the hardware and the brains to prevent this at 3%. And perhaps we don't need such a big deal just to go towards that target. That's what I think. I hope you like this video and you think the same way. So we get in touch and we can benchmark your fleet for the next 5-6 years. That's what I love to do. Like, subscribe, take care. Thank you very much. Goodbye.